Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Factorio with the Roadworks mod installed. I am your host, Alex, and you are watching FCOG Gaming. Now, last time we left off, other than getting attacked to the south, we were setting up our robotics network-based smelting operation, which, admittedly, it's been a rough start. Let's just put it that way. Kind of running out of materials. There were a few things that were not being made that I thought were being made and stuff like that. So one thing that occurs to me, I'm not sure that we have basic inserters on that network, which we don't actually. Those were being fed by the traditional network, but that's fine. We do have plenty in storage. We have 50 in that requester chest down there, so I'm not too worried about it at this point. At some point I am going to have to set that up. And let's go ahead and just do the robot's job for it. Okay, so we have 5 steel smelters, we have 5 iron smelters. Let's go ahead and set up our copper smelters. And I'm going to set that up right here. And of course we're going to change that from iron to copper, which would make more sense. Okay, so requester chest, we're going to change that to copper. And it's already got the order to deliver all that iron ore, but that's fine. Alright, we'll just take that for ourselves and we'll dump that. Let's dump that in one of these boxes. That's fine. That'll work. Oh, and that's not long enough, is it? So we'll go ahead and kind of help it along. And let's go ahead and make another blueprint. And we will have that for our copper smelting. Kind of do the same thing that we did. Just add another icon there to designate it as our copper operation. And what is going on with my fast inserters here? I'm assuming it's just because my electric circuits are low. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. And that'll happen until everything gets kind of caught up. Let's go ahead and put down a bunch more of those. And I have filled back up on activity. So let's make sure we keep filling those up, since that's going to be pretty important. Running off of solar and whatnot. Okay, so now that we have the beginnings of that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start replenishing this line. Let's go ahead and move that somewhere more useful. All right, so just put a random one there just to electrify the entire area. We're going to have a requester chest here, and those are going to be iron. Let's do kind of a ludicrous amount for right now. Okay. And do the same thing for copper. Well, copper doesn't seem to be a problem. Iron certainly does, though. Yeah, we're probably going to end up having to up our iron production one way or another. Whether that's a train or kind of condensing this down, which I think that might be a better option for us. First off, we can do that. That'll help. Wow, super fast. Okay. Enough of that. So, actually, we aren't burdening our network too horribly bad. And we are starting to fill back up as far as iron and copper goes, which is always a good thing. Obviously, we can use more iron. But it's starting to fill back up. That's the important thing. Wish those inserters would hurry up and do stuff. All right. What's eating up all of our iron? That's kind of my main question right now. And let's get this factory going again. Start making some petroleum gas before it's an issue. How are we doing on these? Only 3, but I mean it'll help. Alright, so I have a feeling that we need more iron smelting going on. Before I set that up, let's go ahead and make the ones that we have more efficient. We'll go ahead and set 5 more of those up. Okay. And how are we doing on electricity anyway? Pretty good, actually. Looks like we're doing surprisingly well. Hopefully it continues on being that way. So, looking at our storage, we have 12,000 iron ore, we have 9,000 copper ore, and that's really a pretty good start as far as that goes. Looks like, at least as of right now, we're still catching up on iron, which that's going to affect things. But yeah, we still have some spare robots, which is good. I'm going to need to set this back up. I need a requester chest. We're just going to throw 50 iron in there. We'll get that producing again before it becomes an issue. Alright, so we are dipping into our accumulator, which I guess isn't a, big surprise. But we're actually doing pretty well as far as that goes. So that's a plus, definitely. So we've got all sorts of iron being produced. We've got it being sent out, which is a good thing. Definitely more iron than we had before, so that's good. Do I want to do another set of 5? That's kind of my main question right now. Kind of reach it over here. And see, this is what happens when you turn the train back on. So basically, it unloads all the ore into these active provider chests, and the robots move it from the active provider chest to the storage, assuming there's storage open. And yeah, in theory, it works out really well. The only issue is it takes a lot of robots to do that. And right now I'm kind of pushing the limits of that system. But it's all well and good. And actually, ideally, I would have another pro up there. I think I might do that at some point, but for right now, it seems to be working just fine. Let's see here. Are we at least starting to get caught back up on iron? Doesn't really look like it. I have a feeling that I may need to do another row of 5 on that. And that's what I'm going to do. Oops, that's not what I want. Actually, let's throw you into one of the provider chests here. So iron, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and you're all effective. Let's keep 20 of you on hand here. It's a lot of robots flying around. Okay, let's see. Are you the last ones? Do, do, do. Lost my spot. Okay. Okay, and you are all being efficient, which is great. It doesn't even really look like we need more copper smelters at this point, which is good. My network is maxed out, which is kind of unfortunate. But as you can see, we are producing a lot more iron than we were previously. So that should start to fill back up at pretty much any moment now. Yeah, it is starting to back up right there, which is great. All this stuff's starting to fill back up. Got 19 more bots. Might as well unleash those. Let's see here. As soon as that line fills back up, I will feel a lot better about myself and this decision. And as you can see, this is starting to fill back up. That's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, that's amazing. That makes me feel a lot better about this decision. Alright, so how are we doing on electricity? We are consuming 22-ish megawatts. Looks like our accumulator capacity is great. We're only going down to we're only using about a third of our capacity before solar starts taking back over, which is awesome. I'm very happy with that number. How's our storage going? Looks like we have plenty of iron. We've got plenty of copper going on. It's all good. It's all good. So now that this belt is relatively caught back up, these boxes are going to fill back up, like these copper ones have. And of course that means that these boxes are going to fill up. And then eventually we're going to be using a lot less ore, and we'll have a ton of plates in storage. As you can see, the copper storage is already starting to fill up. Great. That's exactly what I wanted to have happen. Okay. That's awesome. Okay. So, what's going on over here? Looks like we have all this stuff is going on. What do we have in the ways of research that we can be doing? Let's see here. Military looks like it's pretty well under control. Let's try out doing a module 2 and see how much that taxes our system. Because if you remember, the entire reason that we did this was every time that I did a research, it would drain all of the iron, which it kind of looks like it's doing somewhat of the same thing. It seems to be catching up, or keeping up fairly decently. Let's see here. Doesn't seem to be having too big of an issue, so that's good. I mean, every time it kind of drops down, it fills right back up, so that's definitely a good sign. See it drop down a little bit, but it's fighting it. It's fighting it. It's keeping up. And the packs themselves are definitely keeping up, which is good. Wow, really? Okay. Let's go over and look at blue. That's usually the hardest one to keep up with. And it looks like it's doing just fine, honestly. Oh, there, it's starting to lag a little bit. But it's fighting it. It's definitely trying to keep up with it. Just see it to the end of this research. There we go. I would say that's a fairly successful test. So the only issue is when this iron deposit off to the east over here, when that runs out, I'm kind of boned. Because really looking around, there's not a great option for an outpost as far as iron is concerned. With this setup, it doesn't really matter if you mine more than iron. For example, if I were to put a train outpost over here where there's iron and copper mixed, it doesn't really matter, just because the robots are going to sort out the iron and copper ore, just as the nature of the beast, so to speak. And yeah, so that's not that big of an issue. The only problem is that's not very much iron, and that's not very much iron. That's a little bit more iron. Might be worth it. Going Good thing about this map is there is no shortage of copper, so that's good. I think my best bet for iron would probably be up here, but I don't know, either that or just have 2 or 3 smaller mining operations and just be prepared to rip them out fairly quickly. But I don't know. We'll have to cross that bridge when we get to it, I suppose. So, did I get a? Yeah, I did. These don't have modules yet, so let's go ahead and take care of that. Wish there was a way to kind of copy modules the same way that you can copy recipes. But that's probably asking for too much. Alright, so we are only using about 200 of our 300 robots currently, which is a good thing. I'm going to go see how many more robots we've made. 20 more. That's fine. We'll just have to keep you guys on hand. All right. So let's go ahead and research out the rest of these level 2 modules. And then we can start getting those being produced. And yeah, kind of go from there. I'm thinking that it should be fairly easy to get caught up since we kind of have this this system in place. Let's go ahead and drop down 5 more copper miners, or smelters, I should say. Just to kind of have a little bit of a reserve there. I know we're not using all of them right now, but once we get those modules kind of hot and heavy, I'm sure we will be using them. What's going on here? My freaking right click on my mouse is starting to go out, and sometimes it double right clicks when I clearly don't double right click it. And it's annoying, to say the least. But yeah, I guess such is life. All right. And that's the only thing that I don't like about this setup, is you do generally have quite a few robots just sitting around waiting to be charged. Which, I don't know, it's not the end of the world. And really, if you bump up robot speed and kind of max out your robots, it definitely hurts, or definitely helps everything. But yeah, I don't believe I have enough artifacts to really do that at this point. Where's my alien tech factory? Down here? Yeah, I'm pretty much out of alien tech at this point. Man, that's awesome. That's I was expecting it to be much more of a headache to kind of fix that. So I'm really glad that I did that. Hopefully it works out for the best. Yeah, the only thing is I need to get more robots. I need to beef up the robots, so to speak. And I need to keep an eye on my storage levels as far as iron and copper and all that good stuff goes. But all in all, I don't think it's really going to be that big of an issue. So, with that, I have been recording for about half an hour or so, and this seems like a pretty good point to put a break in. I think, yeah, I think next episode I might work on kind of balancing out certain things, probably get some more production as far as modules going, and yeah, just kind of integrating things more into the logistics side of things rather than having everything run off of that double belt, and that will also help congestion, which is a good thing. So until next time, thanks for watching, and if you liked what you saw today, go ahead and hit that like button. Favorite it if you want to keep in mind how to set up something like this. Go ahead and subscribe if you liked this video and want to see more. And as always, take care of yourselves out there, and thanks for watching.